It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. Quick little update on AMC. We absolutely killed it with the day trade. Hit lows of $27 and it pushed up to highs as of right now of $30 during the aftermarket trading session. I'm up over $2,700 profit on the day, and you guys can see my average purchase price. It's only $29.48. So my average purchase price isn't the best. It's not that it's like, oh, I only expect AMC to go up. What I wanted to break down in this video is we're getting so many questions. AMC has recently pulled on back, and I broke it down during our live trading session today. People have been asking me every single day, Ricky, are you going to buy AMC now, right? When it was at $35. I said no. As it broke below, as this whole new COVID variant came out, right? Obviously, AMC did not do well during pandemic conditions with closed theaters. So this third wave of this variant obviously is a negative catalyst. So why would I want to buy the dip on something that's still dipping, right? So it sold off, it broke below 35, it broke below 30. Ricky, are you going to buy at 30? No. Until it began to indicate signs of an uptrend, that's where it begins to make sense to day trade it, right? I don't have to hold this position. And I want to share with you my plan. Obviously, what I intend to do does not mean what you should do. At the end of the day, AMC is a risky trade. It is, right? You can see from the way that it moves, it has a normal and average resistance level at $44 for the past at least 2 months, and it dropped all the way to lows of $27. That's a 40% loss. Think for a second, right? You'll see people in the comment section, and they are going to encourage you to hold, right? I cannot stress this enough. If you want to hold based off of someone else's hope and desire because it benefits them, that's up to you. If that's how you want to trade or if that's how you choose to manage your money. At the end of the day, you're an adult, and again, that's all on you, right? The way that I like to trade is I like to trade when it makes sense. I like to trade when the direction's in my favor. And it didn't make sense to buy AMC and to trade AMC until it actually began to no longer sell off, step one. And then the second thing is actually indicate signs of an uptrend. Why do I want to buy the dip on something or hold something? I think that's what's most important. Why would you want to bag hold something as it continues to drop? You have no form of risk management. You have no form of, managing your position size. You're literally just a sitting duck, sitting on your hands. You have no ability to really, all you're really hoping for is for the stock to recover. I don't see that to be a realistic way to trade. When it comes down to trading, just like any other stock, there's an entry, there's an exit, and there's a series of things that should follow that meet your criteria on why you're proactively holding and invested in that trade. And for me on AMC, it was very simple. Today was one of the first days where it didn't sell off and make new lows. The second thing is it actually began to indicate signs of an uptrend. So then that's when I began to step on the gas. I was in with over 3,500 shares when it began to indicate signs of an uptrend. And then it experienced the resistance level right around $30.50. And then it pulled back. It kept testing. And guess what? After a while, I get tired of the same resistance level. So I'm not here to overcomplicate things. I made $2,000 while sitting in front of my, computer, trading this hyped up stock. So I kept it very simple. I went from 3,500 shares and I just decided to lock in profits with 2,000 shares. So now I only have 1,500 shares. I do agree. I do think AMC is cheap based off of previous patterns, but it's still not really indicating signs of an overall uptrend. So if you don't want to hold, then don't hold. And again, I am telling you this as I'm holding 1,500 shares as of today. We captured all of this during today's live trading session, and it was just so cool because it actually made sense to trade AMC today versus every other day. It made sense to short AMC. I shorted Tesla today, right? Overall market began to pull on back. I only have 3 shares right now shorting Tesla, but I made over $1,700 shorting Tesla. Why? Well, because Tesla was selling off, right? And then I covered my short when it began to identify a potential support level. So I like to keep things simple. I like to focus on direction and I like to focus on opportunity costs. I like to buy when it makes sense and I like to sell when there's any indication of a resistance level. I do not buy and hold for other people, as in my opinion, you should not either. I do not trade for other people. Other people's opinions do not pay my bills. I don't know if they pay yours, but they definitely do not pay mine. I don't care what your intention is. We all have different goals when it comes down to trading and investing. But my goal is to make a profit, and my goal is to lock in profits. And yeah, let's say that AMC gaps up tomorrow. I sold 2,000 of my shares. I might miss out on some of it, but I'm okay with that. My focus, as always, is risk management on a risky trade. I still have some skin in the game where I view it to be a decent deal based off of upside margin, right? But I'm not going to overcomplicate it or be overly confident on something that hasn't actually indicated any signs of an uptrend. And I just like to be as realistic as possible. Trade when it makes sense, not when other people are trying to encourage you for their own best interest, right? Like, it just literally makes no sense to me on how people can get so offended that you trade something, that they want something to happen, but by you doing something, they think that you're either with them and or against them. And guess what? I say, focus on yourself. What are we doing here in the stock market? We're here to trade. We're here to make money. Are we not? So let's not overcomplicate it. Let's focus on trading. Let's focus on opportunity. Let's focus on direction. And let's focus on what's important. And that's making sense of our trades and only trading when it makes sense. So $2,600 profit on AMC, $1,700 profit on Tesla, and it's looking good, right? I'm excited to follow up with both of these two stocks tomorrow and see, does AMC actually begin to recover? And if so, I can step on the gas and really begin to buy over $100,000 worth of AMC. But if it begins to pull on back, then guess what? I'm glad I only have a smaller position size. So if it pulls on back, then again, I can tolerate that pullback. Put yourself only in a position in which you can tolerate. Don't just always think about the good, but take into consideration, what happens if things go south. Always, always, always. There's two sides to every opportunity. And if you do not prepare for both, then that is your fault if you end up in the red. Solely your fault. So I'm very excited for tomorrow's live trading session. I would love to invite you guys. If you guys want to tune on in, I trade live every single morning, and that's that first link in the description. If you guys have any questions, if you guys simply want to connect and want me to answer your questions, message me on Instagram, and that's that second link in the description to my only Instagram account. Again, that's linked in the description down below. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.